Hey everyone, this is daveac.blip.tv and this is vblog 056 for Friday the 14th of August 2009. And if that sounded polished, by the way, wine at the end, it's because I've just done it all and the phone rang right in the middle, so I'm doing a second go at this little show. Well, I'll be back. I went away. I'll be back again. Is this Dave AC the sequel? Well, for those who don't know, I had real troubles with my ISP Tiscali the previous week. Got it all back, and then it went again this Monday, and I've had 4 days without the internet. And but I'm staying with Tiscali for a number of reasons. Firstly, at my old age, I'm quite happy with how things are arranged, the things I get, and my website and so on. It's now running at the full speed that I'm actually paying for. That's a 50% increase, and that really makes a difference with things like these video for uploading. So for that reason alone, for the moment, I'm just going to let things calm down and see how they go. And really trying to get underway our Cultum Collective podcast that goes out on TalkShoe on Sundays at 3:30 Eastern Daylight Time. Last week we did about Star Trek Voyager. And this coming Sunday we're going to be doing about Sarah Connor, the Terminator franchise. Did Sarah Connor see this coming? And to that end, I might make it a little seasick in a minute, so I'm going to move the camera because I just want to show you a little short bit of my DAC 100 YouTube page where I did a little funny for that. So I'm going to try and keep it as still as I can, and hopefully you can get an idea of it. John Connor, fire in the hole. It's your mother, Sarah. I thought we'd be safe here in 2009 in this man. I thought we'd squash Skynet's plans, but we seem to have only postponed them. I searched out a group here in this time zone. They have a Cultum Chronicles online. The day before that, on the Saturday, the Gallifreyan Embassy, great site to go and join. They've got marvellous forums. They're having a Second Life Meetup again. Now, this is going to be on Saturday the 15th of August. Let's just zoom in there. Try not to make you too dizzy. Starting at 1 PM, Second Life time, that's Pacific time, when Victor First will be giving demonstrations of the TARDIS console. And then at 3:30 to 6 PM, DJ and dancing begins. Now, Victor First, great guys has done a little video to give you an idea, and I'll just play a little bit of that.
Hello, all you Doctor Who Podshock podcast listeners out there. It's me again. It's Victor First Mornington here once more at the Doctor Who Experience and Cardiff in Second Life, and this video is going to be for all the people that will be popping in for the August 15th Podshock party. Now, since the last video was made, there's been a lot of cosmetic changes done to the Doctor.
Over there is I've been promising to talk about Jekyll for some time. I'm going to show you the DVD in a moment. I have got the DVD, but it was finding it really difficult to find a little clip to give you an idea of what was best in it. So I'm going to play the little promo.
I have a nice side, but you just missed it. I can feel what you think. I'm not scared of you. Yes, you are.
Oh, are we back in focus? Yeah, good. We haven't had the wine yet. We don't really go out of focus yet. So we'll just leave that at that. Now, so that was Jekyll. I'm about halfway through it. I'm really enjoying it. It's a 6-part miniseries that aired in the UK. I think it's available on a Region 1. This is obviously the Region 2. And it's absolutely excellent. I mean, James Nesbitt plays the lead role, and his wife is actually played by Gina Bellman. Now, some of the older folks might remember that she played, I think it was called Brown Eyes in a Dennis Potter play, about 10-15 years ago. Absolutely beautiful actress and very talented as well. I'll read a little bit of blurb of it, what it says off the back, because I think this distills the story quite well. It's 2007 and there's a new Dr. Jekyll with an old problem, Mr. Hyde. But they have a deal, a body share, an impossible life somehow lived. What Hyde doesn't know is that Jekyll is married. There's a wife and 2 children that he'll do anything to protect from his dark side. With all the resources of modern technology and the best surveillance hardware, he's determined to keep his dark side in line. He's done a deal with his own devil. And it really is a real treat, brilliantly acted. And of course, it's Stephen Moffat from who's taking over the reins with Doctor Who that has done this. So absolutely brilliant stuff. Now I said I'm halfway back. I've not got into the Postman, so I'll do that next week. But at least we've talked about Jekyll. Not really a review, more of a recommendation. Okay, now I'm going to play a little bit of music before we talk about the wine at the end. And the music, I'm going to have another problem with pronunciation again. I'm going back to one of my favourite pieces, Rachmaninoff's Third Piano Concerto. Now, I have played way back an early recording of that by, I think it was Rubinstein, from the 70s, when he was already an old man in his 80s. But this is played by Martha Argerich. I can't pronounce the name, I'm sorry. And this is going to be the third movement of the Third Piano Concerto. Starts pretty loud. Got to watch out for distortion. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Okay, well, before I talk about the wine, I'm going to just say a little bit about why I'm doing it, because whilst I was offline, I missed the new wine consumer done by Randolo, and that's TalkShoe ID 11888. And although he's based in France with his wife, at the moment he's over in the States, and he's putting up some of the recordings of interviews he's doing. And he interviewed Alan Meadows, who's known as the Berghound online, and he has a Berghound site. Now, at the risk of taking us all dizzy again, I'll just quickly show you the Berghound page. Hopefully that's getting in. I won't shout because it's near my thing. But he's got a new book coming soon. So that was what they were talking about on episode, let me just get the episode number, episode 164, the Berghound. Really well worth listening to. And he's very interested in the wines of Burgundy and the Pinot Noir grape. And so the wine I have got this week is not one of his elevated and high quality wines, I must admit, but it is a red Burgundy from the Bourgogne region of France, and it's the Pinot Noir grape. And I've poured some out here, and we're going to have a little taste. And it's a much lighter red. One of the attributes of the Pinot Noir grape, which is apparently supposedly quite difficult to cultivate, is that the actual grape juice is colourless, which means it can be used in white wines as well as red. In actual fact, goes into champagne, and the skins are dealt with separately but they give it a light colour. In fact, they can actually control the colour by the amount of time that the red skins are in contact with the grape juice, I believe. I might well be wrong, but that's how I understand it to work. The thin-skinned grapes, it's the amount of time that they're allowed to ferment together sets the colour, and it's a lovely pale red. And I'm getting sort of somewhere between raspberry and strawberry. I can never really identify that, but it's a red berry, and there's a slight earthiness with it, but not a great deal. Now, when I first had Pinot Noir, I really enjoyed it, but there's that slightly tartness to it. When you say to somebody, oh yes, it's got raspberries and strawberries, certainly in the UK, we're so used to piling on, sprinkling sugar over the top of it, that we tend to think of it as a much sweeter flavour. So when you taste this, it's much more of the tartness of the fruit. There's the sugar there, and it's not sour by any means, but it's not that full sweetness that we in the UK perhaps associate with those fruits. So it's smooth. It's not sweet in any real sense. It's there's no tannins to speak of really. Let's have a little taste. Only 12%, but yet it's got quite a lot of flavour and a nice smooth finish. And let's see what the bottle says on the back. A medium bodied, yes, it's not heavy, soft fruity red wine with lots of elegant raspberry flavours. Well, it is very pleasant. I would tend to almost drink that as a summer drink. Because I'm not really a white wine drinker, but if I didn't really want a really heavy red, that would make a lovely complement to a barbecue meal and perhaps some nice fruit afterwards. So that is my the price. It was about £6 UK. That's about $8 or $9, maybe €7. It's not a Côte de Villages. It's not a Grand Vin. It's a application Bordeaux Bourgogne Contrôlé. I apologise. Selected by Tesco, which may mean it's not a wine that you can get outside the UK, but for those of you in the UK, it's a Tesco selection. And with that, I need to end. So this is daveac on vblog 056, hoping to be back to normal next week. Bye all.